Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. As we wrap up this week's discussion of the headline, we're ending with signs that can be found on the headline. All right? So let's get started and see what we have here. Okay. Here we're focusing on islands on the headline. Sometimes islands. Well, first off, when an island is appearing on a headline, as you could see, it says there's a problem of some sort. There's difficulty. There's an issue. There's something going on that's not right. Okay? So I have an illustration of a hand, a palm here, and you can see in green is the headline. These circles represent islands, and they're directly below a finger. They're placed there because sometimes that could occur, and they all create a problem, but the problem doesn't always be the same. The problem takes its definition from the characteristic of the finger. Remember that, okay? So I'm going to leave this chart here so you can follow along. It says, under the index finger, this is the index finger, planetary name is Jupiter. This relates to problems in self-perception, ambitions, and parent expectations. Jupiter, or index finger, talks about how you see yourself. It's like looking at a mirror at you. And when that island is there, it compromises and causes a problem, as it says, in self-perception, ambitions, and parent expectation. Hopefully you never have it, but if you do, remember you always check the quality of the line after the sign. If the quality is good, it's clear, your problem is clearing or has already cleared up. Okay, let's go to the next finger. Saturn, or middle finger, governs your attitude towards society, the law, what's going on in society, okay? So when there is an island under the Saturn, there's difficulty in perceiving the fixed and mundane. What is taken for granted, the way things are, that kind of attitude. Marriage, money, security, work, and stability. Something is off. All right, let's go on to the next one. The ring finger, commonly known planetary name is Apollo. Apollo, your image in the public, how the public sees you. What are you doing? All right, so pertains to issues with looks. That's your image. Image, creativity, fun, and self-expression. So that's very important. When you're out in public, the confidence has to be there. You should be self-assured that everything is okay so you can express yourself. And that circle or that island indicates something is off. Okay, let's go on to the last one. This is the little finger, or Mercury. Okay, first off, Mercury deals with communication of all kinds, even sexual communication, all right? Relates to poor perception in ideas. You're not getting things clearly. Finance, business, yes, it involves that too. Communication or sex. So these are the problems or the issues that could occur when you have a circle directly under the finger. Has to be directly under the finger, okay? All right, let's leave this and go on to another one. The last one. Okay, here we have other signs that could be found on the headline. All right, let's take the first one. It says, when the headline breaks and renews itself, illustrates a massive change in personality, where one sees the world very differently. Often, even the speech patterns change. That is true. Okay, let's have a good look at this. Oh, sorry. All right, we're talking about here. See, there's a little gap here called a break. That's all it is. It's a break. That can happen. We see it quite frequently on the faith line, because people are changing jobs. There's some kind of adjustment has to be made, or they just stop working for a time period, whatever the case. But when it's on the headline, it's just something that has changed in the personality of the person. And if the line is clear afterwards, it's always for the better. Okay, let's take the next one, a star. The best place to have a star is under the index finger and Apollo. You can handle that power there. But when it's on the line where you get your thinking from, your mental capacity, it's never a good thing. So I place one here. It's just too much power on the headline. You're not going to function very well if you see this. And hopefully you never see it at the end, because that means your mental faculties have gone insane. That's not a good place for it. So nobody wants it there. All right, let's go on to the next one. Sometimes you will have a chain of them. Problems, back of problems, back of problems. The difference between the one you saw before, that's a big problem. These are little problems, and they just don't go away. Have the same meaning, little clusters. But when they're over and the line is clear, you're back in business. So far it says, chain islands means mentally stressed points that distort issues out of proportion. You just can't think clearly. That's your thinking mind. That has to be clear to function well. All right, let's go on to the next one. These lines rising up. Rising lines. And you see on your paper here, lines rising from the headline toward the fingers show great effort to attain success. Positive always when you see lines go up. All right, going to the last one. Here it is, the fork. And you see on your paper, when the line becomes two lines at the end, going in opposite direction, this means diversity in thinking. It's like two different careers. Or you could be a writer. Whatever the case is, it's always exciting. All right? So we've come to the end of this. I tried to put in as much as I could with the headline. And as we go on to next week, I haven't decided yet what topic we'll have, but I'll come up with something. And don't be afraid to give a comment. I follow you, really I do. And sometimes I make decisions based on what you comment on. All right, if you like this, give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and staying with the channel. Take care of yourselves, be safe, be happy, and love and light.